Have you ever opened your phone for just a few minutes and suddenly felt like everyone is moving ahead except you? Someone got a new job, someone started a business, someone graduated, someone is traveling, making money, achieving goals, and then you look at your own life and quietly think, what am I doing with my life?
But here's what nobody tells you. You might not actually be falling behind. You might simply be comparing your real life to everyone else's highlight reel. Your brain naturally looks at other people to understand where you stand. But social media has changed the game.
You don't see someone's ordinary Tuesday. You see their achievement, their vacation, their new opportunity, their best photograph, their biggest moment, and your brain quietly compares that one perfect moment with your entire life. That's an unfair comparison.
Imagine looking at someone's movie and comparing it to your behind-the-scenes footage. Of course, their life looks better. You're seeing the finished scene. You're living every unfinished scene of your own story. And here's where it gets dangerous. After seeing other people's progress repeatedly, your brain can turn comparison into a story about you. You start thinking, maybe I'm not talented enough. Maybe I'm too late. Maybe everyone else figured life out except me. But feeling behind doesn't mean you're actually behind. Sometimes it simply means you've been looking sideways for too long. You stop asking, am I growing? And start asking, am I growing as fast as them? Those are completely different questions.
Think about two people running a race. One person started training years ago. The other started last month.
Yet we do
If the
this
first
to
person is
ourselves
farther
constantly.
ahead, does that
You
mean the
compare your
second person
chapter
is
3
failing?
with someone's chapter
Of course not.
15.
You don't know their opportunities. You don't know how long they've been working. You don't know what support
You
they
don't know
had.
what
struggles they faced privately. And most importantly, you don't know where their path is actually going. Progress isn't a race with one finish line.
Constant comparison doesn't just make you feel bad. It can actually make it harder to move forward, because when you constantly think you're behind, you start feeling like your efforts aren't enough. Then you lose motivation. You procrastinate.
You avoid starting because you think, what's the point? I'm already so far behind. And that creates a cycle. You compare yourself, feel behind, lose confidence, take less action, and then use your lack of progress as proof that you were behind all along. That's the trap.
So what do? Start asking a different question. Instead of, why am I not where they are? Ask, am I closer to where I want to be than I was 6 months ago? That's the comparison that actually matters.
Maybe you're learning something you couldn't do before. Maybe you're becoming more disciplined. Maybe you're finally taking your goals seriously. Maybe you're simply trying again after giving up. Those things count. Not every form of progress is visible.
Sometimes progress looks like getting back up. Sometimes it looks like saying no. Sometimes it looks like learning quietly while nobody notices. There is no universal age when you're supposed to have everything figured out. Some people find their direction early, others need more time. Some people succeed quickly, others build slowly. Slow doesn't mean unsuccessful. Late doesn't mean failed. And taking a different path doesn't mean you're lost. Your life isn't a race where the person who arrives first wins. It's your life. The goal isn't to become someone else's version of successful. The goal is to build a life that actually feels meaningful to you. So the next time you feel like everyone is moving ahead, put some distance between yourself and the comparison. Take a break from whatever is making you constantly compare your life. Write down 3 things you have improved, even if they seem small. Then choose one thing you can work on this week, not 10 things, not your entire future. Because action creates evidence. When you take small steps consistently, your brain slowly stops seeing you as someone who's stuck. It starts seeing you as someone who's moving. And maybe that's the biggest thing you need to remember.
You are not seeing the whole picture of anyone else's life. So don't use someone else's visible progress to judge your invisible progress. You don't need to catch up with everyone. You don't even need to know exactly where you'll be a year from now.
You don't need to catch up with everyone. Just keep moving in your own direction, one step at a time.
Maybe you're not falling behind. Maybe you're simply taking a different route. So take a breath and ask yourself, what's one small step I can take today? Then take it. Your story isn't late. It's still being written. If this video helped you, subscribe to Hyena Inspire for more psychology and self-improvement videos.